Blaseball Season CE2 Preview, Estimating the Sunbeams, an analysis piece by the writers at the Blaseball News Network and Firewall Andrews, published January 22nd, 2023. I'm sure if you asked any Sunbeams fan how they're feeling about the second season of Blaseball's new coronation era, they'd tell you they're a bit nervous about all the attention they're getting. But the attention is for good reason, as one of the league's top teams spent the election getting stronger and seems poised to have a great season. After finishing season N1 with a record of 66-24, the Beams swept the Miami Dale, only to stumble and have their kicks taken by the Charleston Shoe Thieves in the second round of the postseason. But that's the same Charleston team that finished below Moab Hellmouth in the awful good division during the regular season. So, what should we expect from the estimated Sunbeams and the rest of Blaseball in this upcoming season in the coronation era? Here's a preview of every division, including our panel of Power Rankers predictions for how each division will finish. Awful good. Predicted order of finish. Moab Hellmouth Sunbeams, number 1 overall. The Charleston Shoe Thieves, number 2 overall. The Baltimore Crabs, number 12 overall. Miami Dale, number 13 overall. The Philly Pies, number 15 overall. And the Hades Tigers, number 20 overall. While this writer, Firewall Andrews, thinks the Shoe Thieves are the best team in the league, most of our rankings panel picked the Sunbeams, so they get the top spot in the division prediction. However, the panel did put these teams at the top of the overall rankings together, so expect a close fight and a serious title run from whichever team wins the division. Beyond the two powerhouses, there are 3 middling teams in the Crabs, Dale, and Pies. Miami made the playoffs and saw its roster shuffled a bit with randomized players, but it remains to be seen if they improved enough to take a big step forward in Season 2. The Crabs added the best batter in the black hole, but that alone won't be enough to shore up their roster, and they should struggle to keep up with the Beams and the Thieves. The Pies have a solid but unspectacular team destined for a middle-of-the-road finish. And the Tigers have Zephyr McLeod, who is very good, but will also be very interesting to watch given their curse. So this is a division with a lot of great storylines entering the new season. The Chaotic Good Division. Predicted order of finish. The Kansas City Breathmints at 5 overall. The Boston Flowers at number 11 overall. The San Francisco Lovers at number 16 overall. The Canada Moist Talkers, number 19 overall. The New York Millennials at number 21 overall. And the LA Unlimited Tacos at number 23 overall. The Mints were one of 4 teams to go over 60 wins in Season 1 and return a solid roster that went unchanged in the offseason. They bumped down to number 5 overall, following a 4th place overall finish, as the Yellowstone Magic are projected to jump them in the overall standings based on our panel's picks. I'm not so sure, and I think the Mints should coast to another 60-win season and possibly a playoff berth. The Flowers grew as a group over the offseason via the election and are a team with a lot of promise. This could be one of the top pitching and defensive teams in the sport, and I think number 11 overall is a bit low for Boston. They might give the Mints some trouble, but likely finish as a runner-up with a solid shot at the playoffs, along with the Thieves, Beams, and Mints. The rest of this division is going to struggle, especially with all the games they're going to have to play against Kansas City and Boston. None of the teams really got any better in the offseason, and the Moist Talkers losing Simon Haley probably makes them a bit worse. The Season 2 elections will be very important for these 4 squads. The Awful Evil Division. Predicted order of finish. The Atlantis Georgias at number 6 overall. The Core Mechanics, number 9 overall. The Broken Ridge Jazz Hands at number 10 overall. The Houston Spies at number 14 overall. The Dallas Stakes at number 18 overall. And the Chicago Firefighters, number 24. This is definitely a division to watch, as any 4 teams could realistically pick up the division title in Season 2. The favorites are definitely Atlantis, with a solid pitching staff and longtime Blazeballer Beck Whitney leading a good offense. But the core mechanics have an optimized lineup and a promising pitching staff of their own. The Jazz Hands got a big pitching boost in the offseason to support what was top 10 in OPS a season ago, and the Spies are a long shot, but Terrell Bradley's alternate is still quite the player, and the offense in Houston can hit. Hello, Stakes! And the poor Firefighters not only missed out on team-improving blessings, but got tossed a terrible batter by a Houston whimsy of a blessing. Sorry, Chicago. The Chaotic Evil Division. Mexico City Wild Wings at number 3 overall. The Yellowstone Magic at number 4 overall. The Seattle Garages at number 7 overall. Hawaii Fridays, number 8 overall. The Ohio Worms, number 18 overall. And the Tokyo Lift at number 22 overall. If the Awful Evil is a division to watch, this is the division to watch. Loaded with 4 of our top 10 teams in the power rankings, the Chaotic Evil will see the Wild Wings downgraded by some awful misfortune and a noteworthy incineration, chased by the upgraded Magic and Garages and the slightly shored up Fridays. These are 4 genuinely good teams, and it's hard to pick a favorite because most of what we know about the dominant Wild Wings team of a season ago is not going to be there at the start of this season. James Boyd does return, but without Fletcher Peck and Anastasia is a robot on the main roster, it's left the door wide open for Kiki Avicha and the Magic to make a real run at a division title. Don't count out the Garages of the Fridays, who both finished ahead of the Magic last season, and while their blessings might not have seemed as flashy or as fun as the one Yellowstone got, I wouldn't say either team should be discounted as a true contender for the division.